Kitty, you're too well educated for the on social media. I worry about enablers and cannablers and flammable. Because I love nastiness, I love low life behavior, I like the toxicity and the dysfunction.
Police yellow tape hugs an isolated house in the rural Clarendon community of Baileystown Tuesday morning. An all too familiar sign indicating this is no warm embrace. In front of the house, a path that led to a shocking discovery for police searching for missing Christiana High School student Shantina Sargent. The teen's body was found sometime after 5 o'clock Monday afternoon at the back of the house she shared with her father. Her body was under a burned refrigerator and bed. When TVJ News visited Riverside Drive in the Spalding area on Tuesday, we counted 4 houses a distance away from each other. The residents, 2 of them elderly, but they all confirmed they last saw 13-year-old Shantina last Wednesday. Back at school on Tuesday, Principal Lee St. Wallace delicately broke the news to students on the afternoon shift.
She attended class last Monday. She was absent on Tuesday. She returned to school on Wednesday. And sadly, we never saw her again.
Shantina would have turned 14 today. She had transferred from Excelsior High School in St. Andrew to Christiana High in Manchester in January 2025 and was in the second form. Mr. Wallace says he was told her father had reported she was not in school on Thursday because she was feeling ill.
We were told that the father turned up at the Christiana police station on Friday reporting her missing. And so when we got the call from the Christiana police, we went to our registers and we recognized that she did not turn up at school the Thursday.
He said he was heartbroken to see her body being taken away from the crime scene in Clarendon Monday evening.
Our students are not coping well, but we have our guidance counselors on board. We have some teachers on board. We have the trauma unit from the Ministry of Education working supporting us, the members of the police, the CCSSB unit from Kingston and from Manchester have turned up to support us. And we are seeing we are getting that kind of support for the students and staff who are really hurting from this.
The police are trying to find Shantina's father to answer questions relating to her murder.
Of the horrific news in terms of the passing of one of our own second form students, Shantina Sargent. And so I stand before you with heavy heart to address the sudden and tragic loss of Shantina. Shantina joined our school community this January, transferring from Excelsior High School, bringing with her a spirit that was part of our tapestry for only a brief period. Her presence, though short-lived, left an impact on those who crossed paths with her. I want to give you a glimpse of her recent time with us. Because she attended class last Monday, she was absent on Tuesday, she returned to school on Wednesday, and sadly, we never saw her again. Shantina's untimely passing reminds us of the fragility of life, and it underscores the importance of cherishing every moment, every interaction, every opportunity to connect with one another. Her story is one that evokes reflection on the bonds we form, the memories we create, and the support we offer each other in times of joy and sorrow. And so as a school family, we grieve her loss, and we extend our deepest condolences to her family, her friends, and her loved ones. In this moment of sorrow, let us come together to honor Shantina's memory. Let us be a source of comfort to one another. Let us offer empathy and understanding to those grappling with this profound loss. And so I want to encourage every one of you, students standing before me, to take space to process your emotions. I want you to seek support from the counselors, some of whom are present here today, to seek support from the counselors and staff members available to you, and to remember Shantina with compassion and dignity she deserves. May we find strength in our unity and solace in remembering the moments we shared with her, as brief as they were.
The courtroom fell silent on Tuesday as Senior Parish Court Judge Justice Janelle Nelson Gale handed down the sentencing of Andrew Clark, the man who paraded as a medical doctor for years. Clark, whose dramatic weight loss was evident, stood small with his lawyer Abena Morris as the judge read his fate. He was charged with 5 counts of obtaining money by false pretense and 5 counts of uttering forged documents. Clark was sentenced to 36 months in prison on counts 1 and 2 of obtaining money by false pretense and 12 months on counts 1 and 2 of uttering forged documents. The sentences will run concurrently. He received similar sentences on counts 3, 4, and 5 of obtaining money by false pretense and uttering forged documents. However, those sentences will run consecutively. In total, he's to serve 6 years and 58 days in prison. Judge Nelson Gale revealed that Clark could have received a heavier sentence of up to 14 years because of his criminal past with offences dating back to 1997. But it would have been a November 7, 2024 report that landed him in prison. The St. Catherine North Police received information from a woman that Clark collected $1.7 million for a medical visa to receive treatment in the United States. However, Clark failed to produce the documents. According to the police, 3 other people filed reports about paying Clark for medical services. Clark, who portrayed himself as a medical doctor employed at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine, is not registered to practice in Jamaica. As to whether he graduated med school, the court didn't receive any documents to prove this. Videos on Andrew Clark's social media showed him in medical gear, pictured with patients, sitting in an office chair and leaving the Spanish Town Hospital after what he described as a long day at work.
No, people often say that doctors don't do anything at the hospital. Sometimes you have a ton of people that you have to work with. Look at this. This is my office. And there's about 100 people on the outside already.
He was arrested with an ID card with his name and image that resembled one given to hospital staff. The hospital has denied that Andrew Clark ever worked there. Notably, there was an impersonating charge that was later dropped. In her final words to Clark, Judge Nelson Gale strongly urged him to put his medical gown down, reflect on his life, and become a law-abiding citizen.
The destruction of some of the people you claim you love. I don't really like them. There is nothing to glorify in certain display of behavior, because remember, the digital footprint is always there. And then, you know, someone to make the best witness, make the best claimants and defendants, because the evidence is right here in court. It's evidence. Court is not about what you know, it's what you can prove. And you are your evidence against your own self. Nobody never gonna make it up. We don't even have to make it up. You make it too easy. You make it so easy. You make it so... The evidence is right there. You are your own evidence. So nobody not defeat you. You defeat yourself. Because of money and likes and popularity for the moment. What is worth more? Popularity or the safe return of my children? Where? A lot of you are not speaking the truth. And that is why people like me will jar enough on the nerves because I don't like hear the truth. On condone the toxic mindset and behavior to the detriment of them, because a lot of them don't know better and them don't even know the judgment with them inner. When Uno sit down and send the gift them and the wheel and the things that don't will run so, and then come over here and one come send 2 rows, don't be here. That don't play with me. And Uno they home with phone picnic, cuddle up nicely. What is a whale? What is a lion worth to me if I can't have my children in my arms? What is a train or a what interstellar or a universe or whatever it is? My child is my universe. So if it means that I have to turn off the phone, back away from the screen, and take some time to process, take some time to heal, because I am in the fight of my life to get back my children. And let it not be said that when my child, or the extension of the time that my child has to be away from me, right, is extended, I don't want my child to ever think, but mommy or daddy, I say they're going, why the judge decide not this and that? Why the judge decide this and that? Let it be said that I did everything in my power to ameliorate the situation and correct my wrongs and correct the mistakes that I need to get you back in my arms. But no for no, fuel the destruction of the people on here. Because on a love nastiness, on a love low life behavior, on a like the toxicity and the dysfunction. And I understand that this is a familiar spirit because a lot of one can relate to it now. That's why I gravitate toward it. So because sometimes when I hear about the numbers on some of these lives, and I say to myself then, so people sit down and watch this like art. It's one thing to see a screen recording, you know, which is normally like 30 seconds or 45 seconds. But like y'all like sit down and watch this thing for hours? Some are on the toe. Misery loves company. And don't get me wrong, people are free to watch what they want to watch, you know, hello, to each his own. I don't understand everybody's own, but hey, you know. But you don't like the things then because it is a familiar spirit. And not for Uno, you think of them alone need therapy? Uno need therapy too. Not for Uno need therapy too. The money them, Uno need therapy too. Uno love toxicity, Uno drawn to it like a moth to a light bulb. I want to fuel it, and then not for Uno stay on one side and laugh. How can you sit down for hours and consume that kind of nastiness? How? Because it has got to a level of nastiness now. I mean, well, it's been nasty for a while. But it's crazy. A lot of things that are aired on here, it befuddles my brain. Somebody tells you something in confidence, somebody tells you something in a secret, it busts out, and one big tear away, one big pop down. It's like there's no honor anymore. The vibration is so low, it's almost non-existent. Don't get me wrong, teeth and tongue can meet, and people can vex, and word can show, and things can go on. But there has to be a line of demarcation to say, you know, say, me just nah go this so, me just nah go this so. Sometimes some people might hear all say things about me. 99.9% of the times it's fabricated. I don't argue with them because guess what? I don't argue. First of all, I'm going to argue with hungry people. I'm going to argue with people when I have nothing to lose. Okay, so when you're hungry, you'll do just about anything and say just about anything to get at my jugular. You know, have no line. People who have nothing to remember, some of them not have no parents. Them not have no mother. Them not have no father. Them not have no family member, no co-worker, no colleague, no picnic, nobody to let down. So they can do just about anything because, hello, them have done the dirt already. Everybody around them are dirt. And just be a dirt. So whatever they do, nobody, because they have no self-respect, it doesn't matter. So really and truly, I can't argue with somebody who is already dead. Because enough of them are carcass. Enough of them are walking corpse. They're so empty. Certain time, my mother that say, when sea rough, find safe harbor. When sea rough, you find safe harbor. Your children and their welfare is of paramount importance, and that should take precedence. Do not be your own evidence against yourself. But I'm telling you, a lot of you gifters are the problem. I bet you if it is that gifters started to rally around, coalesce around things that are wholesome and good and, you know, nice and uplifting, I bet you the narrative over here changed. Bet you any money. I bet you because you, oh, by the way, that's why I'm going to come sometime because you never talk the truth, you know. Anyway, now. I bet you if Uno only cancel who it is convenient, you know. Someone have selective outrage, you know. Some Uno gifters again, aka the enablers, aka the fuel to the destruction. Uno only have selective outrage for some, as I said, selective because Uno only target some people. I've seen some people over here do and say some egregious things. I want to still cheer them on. Yay! Yay! While some people do a little infraction and they want to go on. Look here. Need an Airbnb. 5,000 block of that may defend right now. Yeah. That me need. Me need it. Me gonna need it. Yeah, me gonna need it. I see people out talk to me like trash. Terrible, insulted. Jesus, thou son of David, give me more life. Eh? Jesus, Savior, pilot me over land and tempestuous sea. Talk to you like dirt. It's almost sadomasochistic. I don't know. It's crazy. And yet, people who are positive, nice, lively, entertaining, you know, yeah, man. From a carelessness or not spread out. But at the end of the day, the children and their well-being is what we ought to be considering. And if for nothing else, we have to try to be better for the children that we brought on this earth. They did not ask to be here. They did not ask to be here. So we have to try as best we can. All of us fall short of the glory of God. All of us fall short as people, as parents. But we have to endeavor to do better. We can't just go on to like everything is alright and then like, it's not alright, it's not alright, it's just not alright. It's not okay. I know that controversy sells over positivity, but we also have to be the agent of change and change that paradigm. Because if you follow up the nastiness, the more we follow up the nastiness and the toxicity and the careless behavior and the low vibrational mindset, is the more of it we'll see. The more of it will permeate the internet. The more of it will get into the minds of our children, and then the world is going to be one big dark place. The only way to get rid of darkness is to shed light. Of course you can have fun. Of course you can chatter. So nobody now come and say every day if you come professorial or come academic and whatever. Of course you can have a fun and word dance and boop bap, boop bap, boop bap. But where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? Guys, some of it is so careless and scandalous. It just, may I tell you, it's nauseating. It get to a stage where it's not even funny no more. Like, it's not even funny. And it is happening in so many different pockets with so many different people. May I wonder if is something over here? What's going on? So it's not one person. It's not even in a one pocket situation. There's so many different areas and tributaries. And I said, then this thing are catching. This thing are catching. Wow.
Then Chad come here at 4:50. Then all along Miss Kitty come over here and me should really talk about both enablers and gifters. Then come here, Miss Kitty, make me hear reason, darling. We had over here, Kitty. We had over here. Is it true? Me know me super duper don't. Me don't want you use one word and scribble dibble my whole body, character, mind, and dirty place. Kitty, you're too well educated for the on social media. I worry about enablers and cannablers and familyblers. We had over here in a fit miss. One back in the courthouse. One back at RJR, one in a parliament. We are over here. Then many some people will subject back to murder. Me dear.
Finger your body wall. Me finger your body wall, Jakes. And you lick up my body.
Rosalee.
Like that. I will not be there to eat up my wall. I'm not asking like
Rosalee, you might come out. Wicked girl. Wicked girl, Rosalee. You see video when I go tag up your so? This make me come boy, you wicked girl. You feel so when the company app come trace off Jakes and talk about you throw down your dirty panty them, your bloody panty them, you feel that I go nowhere? Wicked bad mind corruption girl. You is not a Gemini. Can not June girl not behave like your bad mind hater girl is a hater. Is a real dirty hater. Is a evil girl. You come and talk about you put your throw down panty and or your finger the man body. Dirty girl. I cheer around this a nigga you know. And this a fresh nigga you make you feel like if this your baby father. I don't have nothing against this a nigga you. You combo idiot girl. You have two pitney for the man and you sit down up. You create a whole video or you depend your life and you talk out of your big stinking mouth. Say you throw down your dirty panty them. Dirty girl. Yo, I don't know. You see TikTok? TikTok has some real low-minded dog shit people. I mean, I talk about the dog shit mind them. The real low life them. Because how the fuck you have people sitting down sending you money when you sit down and behave so? What are they paying you for? If you just sit down and tear down yourself and tear down other people with you, you're a real low-life dog. You're a bitch. I don't know why nobody not tell you and brawling it out and cancel your blood clot, but you deserve to be cancelled, bitch. You apparently you don't get what you're doing. So I guess you need some psychological fucking help. You see now CDA take away your fucking kids? It's because they're fucking you and your mental health illness that you need to go and fix, bitch. You come and talk about oh, when you not be. Look at your stinking sour body. Look at your big and dirty no blood clot. Cause I can't criticize your color. Bitch, but you look dirty no fuck. You look dirty as fuck. And if you come out just to come and talk about you make your baby father. Nyam out your front when you no shower. You're a real dog shit girl knowing you have kids. And you're not gonna talk out of your big dirty stinking toilet pit mouth. Oh, you make your mother and your family make your picnic and yam them front. You is a dog shit girl. You is a real dog shit. And you is one of them was supposed to get cancelled. Come sit them and cancel my boy for just talking mind over something basic. Zozo. Even though he acts like he's weird when he's ready. But bitch, you should be the one that should be cancelled. Like you can. I don't know how you behave so like you can't get cancer. You need to get rid of for the blood clot up. Idiot girl. Wicked idiot girl. Cause you over here come style the nigga like a dog and you pick me for a bitch. Evil girl, you make the world I see you. The world I see a big stinking girl. You sit down up with your big stinking dirty mouth. I talk out of your big dirty mouth, dirty girl. Oh, you lower your pitney pass and think it's okay. And nobody now stop you. Kind of look like nobody they stop you. And 1 and 2 people they talk and they make you know say you stop what you do. But bitch, the people I'm gonna send you them money, them to stop you. Them to stop send you them blood clot money, make you stress out and go sit the fuck down, bitch. You're a low-minded, big, fat, bumbo clot dog. You're a fat pit bull. Cause I can't even lower you to nothing want me with me and bitch. You're an old dog. You're an old drunk crow. As a female, I have to lower you, bitch. Because you make female like me and good girl like me and many other women out there would never do this like a drunk or dirty girl. You're evil. You're an evil girl. You're evil, no blood clot, wicked girl. Move your blood clot.